Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Hope you're excited. We got another video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 NHL players that I picked out that are off to slow starts and how it may affect their young gun prices. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. You guys have been absolutely killing it lately. Leave a like on the video. It helps to get out to more people and helps me grow the channel. And comment down below if I missed anyone that you think's off to a slow start on this list. Obviously, I can't get to everyone. These are just 5 that I picked out. So the first guy we're going to talk about that's off to a slow start is Lucas Raymond. He was number 1 on my top 5 undervalued young guns for 2022. If you guys saw that video, and yeah, he's been off to a rough start, but I think he can rebound from it. Sophomore slumps happen. He only has 2 assists so far in Detroit's 7 games played, which isn't great. You want to see that progression, but it is only 7 games. It's still very early. Take this list with a grain of salt. Still very early in the season. Lots of time to rebound, and I'm also not a financial advisor, but he's currently selling for anywhere between $50 and $60 Canadian on eBay. I think that's a good buying opportunity, as I think Raymond will be one of the most explosive forwards in the league. And yeah, I'm just very high on Lucas Raymond. So the next guy we're going to talk about on this list is Elias Lindholm on the Calgary Flames, playing on that top line with Jonathan Huberdeau and Tyler Toffoli. He hasn't really got off to a strong start. He's got 2 goals through 6 games, which isn't terrible, but a slow start for Lindholm, who was a point-per-game guy last season. So just looking at his career stats, they're kind of all over the place. In 2019, he put up 78 points in 81 games, and of course, the point-per-game season last year, playing alongside Tkachuk and Kyrou. Obviously, he has those 2 new line mates in Jonathan Huberdeau, in Tyler Toffoli, and then he's also still on the top power play, so he could see some more points from that power play, but I'm not sure if he can get to that point per game ceiling that he was able to get last season with Johnny Gaudreau. He could still get it with Huberdeau, but I don't know how much that'll affect his young gun prices. I would probably stay away from Lindholm. He's selling for around $35 a card. I can't see it going up too much, maybe reach $50 if he's able to get back to point per game, but I don't think Elias Lindholm will put up a 100-point season in his career. Next guy we're going to talk about on this list is going to be Kaapo Kakko, who's off to another slow start. I was debating between him and Lafreniere for this list. I decided to go with Kakko. 2 players playing in that New York Rangers top 6 that haven't really produced yet. He's only got 2 goals in 8 games. I decided to go with Kakko over Lafreniere because Kakko has played in the year 1 season longer. This is his 4th NHL season now. I'm not sure what to think about Kakko. I think he could be a good buy if he can reach that potential, but that's a big if now. I don't think that ceiling's there. That was when he got drafted. He was selected 2nd overall in the 2019 draft, right behind Rasmus Dahlin, and when he was drafted, people thought he was going to be one of the most explosive forwards in the league. That just hasn't happened. I don't think it'll happen. His cards are currently selling for around $35 Canadian on eBay. That's pretty high to me. I'm not going to buy any Kakko cards anytime soon, but if he drops maybe to 20 or 15, maybe consider buying. But for me, $35, it's not worth it. Yeah, I'd rather just invest in some other different cards instead. This next one confuses me a little bit. It's Jordan Kyrou. He's off to a real slow start. He only has 1 goal through their first 6 games, and I just don't know what to make of this. I think he just got a big old contract, but so did Robert Thomas, and he's still producing pretty well. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Kyrou. I'm sure he'll bounce back. Just a slow start. What's different for me between Kyrou and Lindholm and Kakko? Kakko's never shown us that he can get to that point per game status, that he can be an explosive forward in this league. And Lindholm's just older, so out of the 3, I'm most confident in Kyrou. And Kyrou is actually the cheapest of the 3 right now. Right now, he's selling for around $15 to $20 on eBay. I think that's a very good buying opportunity. I'm holding my Kyrou cards for now. I'm still confident in him that he'll have a good season, and that I like this Blues team a lot. And yeah, I like their offense, and I think Kyrou can succeed with this team. All right, before we talk about our last player, I'm going to cheat a little bit and throw in an honorable mention. I just want to talk briefly about what's going on in Vancouver and their awful start. They finally just won 2 games against Seattle and Pittsburgh, but they have had a rough go. They've had a rough start, and all Vancouver cards across the board are pretty much down. But their offensive guys have been producing. Like JT Miller's been producing, Pettersson's been producing, but their cards are still down. For your Canucks cards, if you have any, I would just hold them. If Vancouver is no good this season, which it looks like is leaning towards that way, they're probably going to be a team that scores a lot of goals and lets in a lot of goals and loses quite a few games. And that could be okay for the hobby if, like, Pettersson gets a lot of points. If Miller gets a lot of points, their cards could go back up. I know JT Miller's around $25 Canadian on eBay right now. I think last season he was around like $35.40. I think these cards can go back up. I would just hold all your Vancouver stuff for now if you have any. Last guy we're going to talk about is one of my most disliked players in the league as a Habs fan. I can't stand Auston Matthews because he is just that good, but he's been off to a slow start for his standards. He still has, like, I think 7 points in 8 games. Every season, I expect Matthews to be an 100-point guy, so that's just a little bit below what you want to see. But the real problem, I think, is the goal scoring. He only has 2 goals through the first 8 games. We'll see if he can pick it up, but currently he's only on pace for 20.5 goals. That's just way too low for Auston Matthews. There is no way he only scores 20 goals unless he gets injured or something. I think that you shouldn't overreact to this stuff. If you have Matthews cards, hold on to them, but don't panic sell them. Maybe look to buy one if you have the cash. They're like $700, $800 still, because he has seen a little bit of a dip with this lack of scoring. If someone's panic selling them, maybe try to buy it, but I still don't think you're going to get one anywhere below like $700, like I said. But yeah, Auston Matthews, he's one of the best goal scorers in the league. He'll bounce back from this. It's just a slump. Don't overreact with this. All right, that's my list. There are just 5 players I came up with. I didn't cover everyone that's off to a slow start. I'm also not ripping on any of these players. I'm just stating out that they're in a bit of a slump, and I think they can come out of it, and they could go either way. They can come out of it, have a great season. They can go down, have a rough season. Who knows? Still very early in the season. Take this list with a grain of salt. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy what you see here, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. Drop a like on the video. Help it get out to more people. Help me grow the channel. And comment down below who is frustrating you with their slow start. If you have someone on your favorite team that's not scoring, I know for me, Christian Dvorak's been frustrating me, as well as Mike Hoffman, those two specifically. I think also because as soon as they both came in, everything went to crap last season, Dvorak and Hoffman. We'll see if they can bounce back. Dvorak had a good game against Buffalo the other night. I was actually out at that game. Maybe I'll throw up some footage on screen of that now. Yeah, great game, fun to be there. The arena was only like half full, so that was kind of weird. Yeah, fun game. Habs win. I'm happy. Anyways, guys, take care. I appreciate you all. Have a good one.